Hi, I'm Alex from Southern Ukulele Store. Today let's talk about Mike De Silva. Mike De Silva is a luthier based in Berkeley, California, and without him, I do often wonder where we would be in the ukulele world, because brands like a Nui Nui, luthiers like Pete Howlett, people like Flight, people like kanile'a, they've all been inspired, or they've all looked at designs by Mike De Silva in the past 25 years, and in their own way become inspired to push ukulele lutherie forwards. And Mike De Silva is best known for being the man who made James Hill's ukulele. If you've never met or seen James Hill's work, James Hill along with Jake Shimabukuro were the two ukulele players that became closest to household names in the 2000s because they were just so frigging good at the ukulele, and they still are to this day. But James played a De Silva James Hill model, which was this really modern but very traditional looking stylistic piece of art, and it's such an expressive sounding ukulele. It could do everything that James needed, and at the time you could argue James was the most expressive ukulele player on the planet, and certainly the most visible. So this is way before Nui Nui came out with the Moonbird, and this is way before so many of the really great Japanese luthiers came to the fold with designs of their own that would inspire people. When I first started here in 2008, people would tell me about Mike De Silva, and I remember the first time I played one of his ukuleles. It was when James Hill visited Southern Ukulele Store in 2011, I want to say, with his wife Anne, and he left his De Silva ukulele on my desk, which at the time was Paul, my old boss's desk. And I asked James if I could play his ukulele, and I wasn't a great ukulele player. I'm still not a great ukulele player. I'm certainly a competent ukulele player, an experienced ukulele player is what I like to say. And I picked up this uke, and I waited until James walked away, as you would, and then I had a little look at it and a little play on it, and I remember thinking that this ukulele had hidden depths. On the surface, it sounded fantastic, but I felt like this was an Olympic level musical instrument. This is the musical instrument that virtuoso players play. This is a ukulele that you would continue to grow forever and play. Anyway, that's me gushing about Mike De Silva's ukuleles. Now, Mike has built less and less ukuleles in recent years. I believe that he has he's an older gentleman. I believe that it's taken him a lot longer. There might be some health issues there where he's kind of building things much slower. And I would say we've probably had 5 of his instruments in the last 8 years, to give you some context. But at the NAMM show this year, I got to catch up with Mike, and I got to play a few of his ukuleles, and we bought a couple back and they went straight away. But I never featured this instrument. It kind of slipped under the radar, and it's been on the website with people asking me to make a sound sample ever since, and I'm only just really getting round to it properly. This ukulele is De Silva number 430. It has a Spanish cedar top with Primavera wood back and sides, which we'll talk about in a sec. And it's a jumbo tenor. This is one of Mike's first jumbo tenors. He's seen how ukulele designs have changed, and he wanted to have a go himself, and he's made a series of these instruments. I know that Andreas Gut Ukulele in Germany took one of these as well. This is the one we had, the Spanish cedar top, a really lovely high-grade classical guitar style top to this ukulele. And Primavera is South American white mahogany. So this is mahogany in its purest form. It's just beautiful. If you were to reverse the hue on the video, it would look like a really nice figured piece of Honduran mahogany. But it's left unstained, untreated, and just looks very, very unique. It doesn't look like maple, but it's the same colour as maple. You have some really beautiful pieces of figured pal ferro for the front and the back binding, and the heel cap of the neck itself. And then you have a pal ferro fingerboard and bridge with some offset markers. Mike has played around with the formation of the markers, but they're still in the 3rd, 5, 7 and 10 positions as you'd expect. Going up to the De Silva headstock, which by now is famous if you're a ukulele collector, with the S logo, and then planetary gold tuners by Goto. The neck is also bound in a really nice light piece of pal ferro too. And you have a simple rosette to this ukulele, which is a mixture of maple and pal ferro. I think it might be one of the most dynamic sounding ukuleles I've ever played. It lacks some of that visual pizzazz that, say, the Coast ukuleles has. This is much more of a player's instrument, but the depths and the joy that the sound and feel of this ukulele bring you it's in that top 1%. You certainly couldn't spend £100,000 on a ukulele and it sound and feel any better than this. Mike De Silva simply has a very unique way of building ukuleles. This is extremely light as well, despite being a jumbo. I always think kanile'as are light. This is lighter than a kanile'a. If I was to weigh this, I mean, there's nothing to it, but it's completely balanced and just a joy to behold. I'm going to give it a play for you now and see what you think.